All right, so we have Lawrence on the left playing blue-white control, and Corey on the right playing hardened scales. Um, Corey has been playing hardened scales basically since the deck existed. Um, hardened scales just coming off of a pretty strong performance this morning, last night, depending on your time zone, I guess. Um, Lawrence's deck missing cryptic commands, I think.
I don't know if there's anything else, but that was the one he felt was worth telling me about.
So I'm assuming he's swapped it with some number of other counter spells.
Yeah, dismiss not legal in modern, so does not have a similar
Yeah, there's nothing
effect.
with a similar effect at all.
Bone to ash, excuse me.
Yeah, that only counters creature spells.
Standard legal cryptic command.
Yeah, not in a standard format where Scape Shift is a real deck. Unfortunately.
Sad. I'm also speaking on standard real quick. Scape Shift, fun deck. I'm not a fan of the fact that Bant is the better version.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of happens that you're better off shoving Teferi into every standard deck.
Yeah, I've had people tell, or who specifically was telling me? Dan Crapu today. We were both on Scape Shift. I was on my Sultai Splash for Golos activation build,
Yeah.
and he's on the typical Bant version. He's like, yeah, your version can be better, but generally, the Bant version is just a stronger deck when it doesn't actually do anything.
Mhm.
Corey leading on Arcbound Worker. It's pretty solid one to start with. Obviously, the dream is that you just put Hardened Scales into play instantly, but not every start can be that good.
Right.
Arcbound Worker, probably one of the best, most serviceable one drops this deck has. Does a lot of things. Other good starts though would have been like Animation Module. Probably is the only other card.
Yeah, or like some way to turn on Mox Opal turn 1. I don't know how often this deck does that these days.
Um, Kind of build dependent really, because some versions are still playing welding jars enough.
I believe the one from yesterday did not have welding jars.
And that's fair. I don't think it's super strong right now.
It's definitely stronger at this store.
Oh, sure. Corey, a fan of foreign cards. I love that about him.
Yeah.
the the other day we played, maybe it was a week ago, maybe it was even, I think it was 2 weeks ago now. And he was just like, look at this. This is so sweet. Can you tell me what this card says? And I was like about to start. He's like, no, read it. And I was like, no, I can't. And he's like, it's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Sure.
I was like, yeah, I do like that too. It's sick.
So Corey's got a pretty reasonable board now.
Yeah.
Although like not a whole lot going on. He needs like a payoff of some sort. Doesn't
What?
have it. It's an oust.
Yeah, I'm aware. Oust typically played as fifth path to exile in these decks.
Right. Um, I'm of the opinion that should just be the new card.
Which new card?
Instead of oust. The one that's 2 mana path exile, but you can overload it to.
Yeah, I think that one's probably better. Oust, obviously the mana discount is enough, but
Sure.
they're gonna draw it in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oust is only really good against something they have to spend a lot of time and effort into, or something that they've built up and part of that's gonna go away when you do that.
Mm-hmm. So this looks like a pretty tough decision point. So on his scry there, he saw Supreme Verdict and Narset. He does not have a 4th land in hand.
Yeah, that's a little rough. As him, the Narset's pretty easy to get rid of.
Yeah.
He's already got one.
I believe he kept the Verdict on top.
Yeah, and I think he probably should, because I don't want to act like he can't win without it, but that is going to do do numbers. I mean, look at Corey's hand. Not existent.
Yeah, if he just sweeps all this off the table, then he's in a pretty good spot.
Take 3. Yikes. That's the thing, though. Lawrence is going to play timely reinforcements here, and that's going to buy him a lot of time.
Well, does he want to play timely, or does he want to cast another Serum Visions to try to get his land?
Does he have a Serum Visions right now?
I think so.
I didn't see it. If he does, then I think that might be a better play. Timely buys him a fair amount of time. He up to 20, 3 blockers. Show me your hand. I see a Logic Knot.
No,
I see
it's not
Supreme
a Serum
Verdict. I see
Visions.
Narset.
Okay.
Yeah, no Serum Visions.
Yeah,
none of those
timely
cards
is
are
definitely
good.
the right play with that being his hand. So
Second Walking Ballista, kind of scary.
I think the play is
Play it for 2.
Yeah.
Comes in at 3
and then
because of
just shoot down all the tokens
yeah. Go
and get
put
in.
make a bunch of make your dudes 1/1s and get in.
Alternatively, he could have held the card for after a sweeper and just put a counter on his ballista and shot down all the tokens. This is interesting. So
Yeah, I, as Lawrence, am compelled to double block that ballista.
knowing you don't have a third land, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, your tokens are gone either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have the land, you save yourself all the life by blocking,
Right.
single blocking everything. But you don't know that. Yeah, he definitely wants this walking ballista dead, because an extra turn with it in play is horrible. I think he got to let the Arcbound workers through because of that.
I don't know, because there's no way the walking ballista actually dies if you double block it, right?
Yeah, the other one's gonna get in the way of that. Those are the wrong tokens, but sure.
Yeah, those have lifelink.
Show me the tokens. There's a giant box next to them. Show them to me. He's struggling.
Please.
Please.
That one is vigilance. That's also incorrect.
I've given up. They print soldier at every keyword, every power toughness.
Yeah.
It feels like they just printed a card in War of the Spark for standard, completely reasonable playable card that makes 2/2 vigilance soldier tokens. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's really weird. All right, so
Single block.
I
Just
guess he just blocked the ballista only.
Yeah. Takes 2. D-Sphere. That's not going to be as good as he wants it to be.
That doesn't really do a whole lot. I guess you target the workers.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. I don't know. If I'm Lawrence, there's a thought to not doing anything in my main phase. Holding up Lodging Knot for something scary and hoping to draw a land next turn.
Yeah, there are a number of scary cards you can top deck.
Oh, that is probably playing best to your outs, actually. Nab that Hardened Scales.
Yeah, because if he does this, then a lot of the scary draws off the top are no longer that scary.
Yeah, and although this doesn't buy him extra time, what it does is maximize the value of that Supreme Verdict in his hand as soon as he finds this land.
Right, because the sphere hitting that verdict doesn't hit the enchantment, so
Yeah. Absolutely big brain play. The problem is he has to weigh the odds here. What are the odds he actually gets through this? Pretty high, I'd imagine, but if he whiffs on lands for even 2 turns, he's in big trouble.
And he's got this Narset in hand that he can't even use to dig for lands, which is annoying.
That is I think one of the worst parts about Narset.
I have constantly run into that problem while playing Narset. Is I cannot find a 4th or 5th land.
Yeah, so
by
now
minusing.
you're, and they're all going to the bottom. You see 3 of them at a time.
He's taking 6 here.
That's what he's got to do. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not it. Like, now, do you even play Narset? Like,
No, you definitely play Teferi bounce something,
That's the wrong Teferi. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay.
and then draw a card.
Is it? Is it just bounce a worker?
I have to imagine it's bounce a ballista. None of these cards that he can bounce do anything.
If he bounces Ballista, then it shoots him once and then goes back to his hand and comes back down with 2 counters.
Yeah, but that saves him from getting hit by it and dying sooner.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he found the land. Okay, okay.
Play it tapped, please.
I mean, what is he gonna do? He has no 1 minute
Well,
spells.
well, he took a second and waited.
Oh.
I was just like, yeah, please play this during this turn.
Okay. I don't know. This is interesting because now Corey's in a situation where he can just hold these 2 cards and wait for a sweeper and just play them
Yeah.
afterwards. And Lawrence has kind of helped him.
He
with
had
that.
to use that Teferi to dig.
Sure, yeah.
It's not like there was a way around it, but it did hurt the value on the Supreme Verdict. Is that a Lonely Sandbar or is that an Ipnu Rivulet in his hand? It's an Ipnu Rivulet. Why is he playing that card?
I don't know. Verdict. Shoot ye for 3. He's at 4 now, and there's a Walking Ballista in Corey's hand. So he's very dead if he doesn't find removal. Yeah, that's an Ipni Rivulet. I don't know why that's being played. That's definitely just worse than like
It also
every other utility
enters
land.
untapped.
Yeah.
Well, he just put it into play tapped.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
That's
I
questionable.
played a lot of Ipnu Rivulet in my day.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing putting it into play tapped.
Walking Ballista.
Just
On 1.
Just fill the board with threats.
Hangerback Walker on 1. All right.
Yeah,
Here's where he does it, right? He top decks second Supreme Verdict, and the game is in the bag. What did he top deck? Did not look like it to me.
Jace.
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
So he can play that and hope to find a path to not lose the game.
That's one play. He can play
Or play Narset and hope to find something.
I think Narset, if you're looking for something, is better.
It is better. I don't know
But
what
if
he's looking for.
Well, but if you play... Oh, no, he's dead on board 2 path even.
How?
Walking Ballista shoots for 1, puts him to 3. Pendlehaven.
Oh,
will
yeah,
make-
Pendlehaven. Yeah.
Yeah, so he needs... I'm not sure what he needs. I'm not sure there is a card in his deck that he needs.
No, because he needs to remove 2 creatures. I don't know. He's going to look for something.
Yeah, of course. We're going down. What do we find? Path.
Path.
Supreme Verdict. That's too little too
Force
late.
negation. Yep. None of these do it.
Supreme Verdict is 2 cards away. That is feel a little rough.
You know, I never really understood why it is that these decks moved away from Terminus.
Because Terminus costs 6 if you fail to miracle it, and it's not very easy to set up a miracle in this format.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I had to deal with them miracling it all the time. Back when it was played.
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Because, I don't know. I've definitely fought through 4 Terminuses and still won games. But that was when I was on Ponza.
Yeah, that's a little different. I'm talking about like versus things like this. Or,
Yeah.
Like, more degenerate stuff. All right, so if he paths Ballista here, he lives, right?
No.
Oh wait, no, he
shoots.
gets shot when he does that. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter what he does.
Everything kills him. Corey is a smart enough pilot to know that. Path Ballista. Sure. Choo-choo. Worth thinking about. I'm glad he at least took a second to make sure that was the right play. Instead of just going, yep, shoot you as always. Some people play their decks and they just that's the line I always take. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna act like it's a bad thing to be like that, but
animation module means this is
yeah, you can
over.
put a counter on something and still leave Pendelhaven back.
This is now over, even if there's a path in Lawrence's hand.
Technically no,
Why not?
because
Oh, well, sure.
if Lawrence paths
Depending on
something,
the sequencing, yeah. He's gonna attack with only one thing. Oh, he's gonna kill Narset. Okay, I don't know that.
he's just being safe, which I like.
Why is it dead?
Yeah, wait, how did Narset die? Now I'm very confused.
Narset was at 3, right?
Yeah, and it took 2.
It just died. Unless the Ballista ping went at Narset. I don't know if I was paying attention to that. I'm gonna assume that's what happened, so he's still at 4.
He's playing awfully careful right now, which is fair. It's blue-white control. They make you want to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But he's allowed him to set up Jace brainstorming with a shuffle.
It might not matter.
No, it obviously might not.
Because
on
he's
such
gonna grow
He's on a
Hammerback
very tight
Walker
leash,
and
yeah.
then make a servo and then
Yeah, he's on a very tight leash. It's not like he gets a lot of room to play with this. But say, Path to Exile.
if he bounces something that doesn't really help him, because he just grows grows it in response and then makes a servo and then has just as many threats in play.
Yeah.
So he's gonna brainstorm.
See, he found Path.
That is a main deck surgical extraction, by the way.
Not that that's bad.
No, it's just interesting.
So he's got Path now, which means in response to Corey activating Hangerback Walker, he'll Path it. He won't get the trigger.
Yeah. Well, assuming he actually responds.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's definitely a punt. He had the chance to deny him.
Do we have the punt bot in chat?
He had the chance to deny him both the counter and the servo.
And now he's dead. Like in a million ways, unless Corey decides to.
He can't. He's gonna. Okay. Did he decide to respond to the trigger? Is that or the activation? I think that was them rewinding to. I'm responding to the activation. Okay, so
No, it wasn't.
No, okay.
2 power, Pendelhaven in play.
So he responded to the module trigger. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Corey, not able to kill Lawrence yet. 1 short, assuming.
No, because
Oh, no, yeah, animation module
yeah,
activation.
he's definitely dead.
Although, I have no idea what Corey is trying to play around.
Third path, I guess.
Yeah.
And at this point, do you even play around third path?
No.
All right, attack you. Pendelhaven. Put a counter on something. This is 4 damage. I will make another servo. Are you dead yet?
Lawrence reading the card very carefully.
Like, unless I've got life totals wrong again, he's very dead. I don't think.
No. Did I just see him point to Jace?
Yeah, that's what you saw.
Jesus. That was one of them at.
I'm assuming the worker went at Jace because it was 3 power, and then
Yeah.
the servo. So now he's at 3. He's very weak to a Wrath right now. It probably won't matter because there are like a number of top decks that just let him get back in the game. It's a Narset. He can dig for something, I guess. Although this is not ideal because he doesn't have 4-mana open for a Wrath.
D-Sphere.
That's not good enough.
Wrath.
Yeah, nope.
Neither of these
none
cards.
of those are good enough.
What has Lawrence got in his hand? Not a land?
A Logic Knot.
He's had that forever.
Yeah, it's not very good against this deck.
It isn't.
D-Sphere does not do it. He's going to cast it anyway, probably targeting the servos and then
Die?
die to the worker. I don't know what he's explaining right now.
Neither do I. I hear him from through my headphones and a door and a wall.
I'm going to assume that if they're sitting there trying to if he's sitting there trying to explain this right now, that I must have life totals wrong for there to be any question of whether or not he's dead.
I don't know how though.
Exactly. Right? I don't get it. So attack with my 2 attackers for lethal. Potentially make them have 2 extra power if I want to.
I'm just sitting here confused. Corey. Pendlehaven.
Alright, this is 3 damage now.
He just tapped his phone.
What?
He tapped his phone to reduce his life total. I'm not sure.
He would be at -1. How am I off by more than 1? Did he gain life somewhere other than the timely reinforcements that I already accounted for?
No. Okay, he's done.
Alright, whatever.
Okay.
Alright, so over on Lawrence's side, basically nothing other than Stony Silence and Disenchant.
Disenchant will be strong. Stony Silence will be strong. I kind of like Porphyry Nodes.
Edicts are not great against this deck.
A guaranteed edict every turn is pretty good. And it isn't an edict where they get to choose.
It might be okay. I don't know. The other thing is, like, we have absolutely no idea what his main deck looks like. So I don't know
No.
I don't know how easy it is to swap.
Narset Transcendent in the board is odd. I like Rest in Peace also. It's not like they have graveyard interactions. It's just that since they go to exile instead of the graveyard.
Yeah, you get to shut off other combo kills. I don't know. So I think bringing in the ley lines or the Rest in Peace is good against the Hardened Scales deck when you're like really soft to the combo.
Sure.
I think when you're blue-white control, that you can assume they're not just going to combo you out.
That's fair. I don't know. I would normally bring in Rest in Peace and not bring in ley lines, just because you have to bring in more ley lines for them to matter. And Rest in Peace, even if there were more than one, I probably wouldn't recommend bringing in more than one, just because the card is not that much of a blowout.
Yeah, right.
It's like, okay.
It wouldn't have done anything there.
No, not once. Corey, on the other hand, I have to imagine he's bringing in those trophies and the Nature's Claims. Just doesn't want to deal with actual hate. He doesn't know how much there is. Turns out the answer is 2 Stony Silences, but he doesn't want to deal with actual hate. Vivian and Karn both seem prime in this matchup. Vivian, champion of the Wilds. I know he considers it a little bit of a meme pick. Definitely put it in his sideboard as a joke originally. But honestly, if there's a place you're bringing it in, it's here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it seems fine here. Yeah, he's like pretty well equipped for this matchup actually.
Yeah.
I know I've been told this matchup is very bad for Hardened Scales, and I've never really agreed with that.
I don't know. It's hard to believe, but I'm gonna trust our friend Dakota who plays this deck also.
Yeah.
I'll ask Corey to find out what he thinks. But
I don't know. It feels like, especially post board, looking at what his board looks like. I
well,
can't imagine.
his board is not typical.
I guess.
I mean, how many Graph Digger's Cages was he on?
Yeah, that's true. 0 or 1.
1. Yeah, that definitely probably eats into your blue-white control cards.
Not the strongest start.
He's got a
it's
Stony.
Llanowar Reborn.
Lawrence has got a Stony.
Okay.
That's gonna be big.
Yeah, that's being played this turn. Corey has a trophy to answer it though.
There's a thought, I would say, to holding it for an extra turn. I don't know what kind of counter spells he has.
He has 2 dispels on the board that I doubt he brought in.
No, I doubt he brought those in. But like, I don't know. Did he have a force negation in the main? I think we saw that.
Yeah, I think we did.
If that would be an out worth drawing to, if he has spell snare.
Right.
Like these are cards that he could protect it with, and you have to assume that Corey's got at least a way to hate on this.
Yeah, I mean he had 5 in his sideboard, so.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't know exactly that, but you know, it'd be pretty hard for him to not.
This should be just trophy, right? Okay, he's gonna play a mimic.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess he can just ignore this and make a bunch of creatures and then eventually remove that.
Yeah, the Stony Silence prevents activated abilities. If he keeps doing things that don't care about activated abilities and then blows it up right when the activated abilities are good enough.
Yeah. He can play this Hangerback Walker for 0 here if he wants to.
I think that's what he's thinking about.
Yep. Oh, and then he has a Mox Opal he can play, and then he can play the Worker in his hand if he wants.
Oh, explaining the interaction, of course. Of course. Powerful interaction. One of the stronger things that Hardened Scales does now.
So he chose not to play out the rest of his hand, which is somewhat surprising.
Yeah, a little bit. Graft. Haha.
Oh wait, no, he can't. He can't play out the rest of his hand because the Stony's in play. That's why.
Wait, what?
He had a Mox Opal
Oh.
and a Worker in hand that he can't play out.
Yeah. Cannot go for that.
Field of Ruin. Destroy your Llanowar Reborn. And Serum Visions. There's a path and another colonnade. Probably don't want the colonnade. The path is pretty safe. That's a card you want to see multiples of in this matchup if possible.
Yeah.
There's a Hardened Scales. Just draw for the turn.
That's a powerful one.
Yeah, he's got no way to really leverage it at all with this Stonian play. Alright. I play out a bunch of artifacts. Trophy that.
Yep. What is he questioning?
I don't know.
Go get your land, Lawrence.
Maybe bluffing Force of Negation. Although, obviously, you cast it there if you have it.
I don't know. I could see a reason why you wouldn't. I don't know what the reason would be.
I feel like there's a good chance that if there was a Force of Negation in his main deck, he would have boarded it out in this matchup.
That's very true.
Alright, so all of his artifacts are unlocked now, so you can play this Hardened Scales and then play this Worker with 2 counters on it.
That would be powerful.
Or no, I think that's a Ravager in his hand. It's just the promo one, so that's probably the better play.
Yeah, just play Ravager. Don't even worry about the Scales or the Worker. No.
Okay, he's going to do this first, I guess.
It is the Ravager, by the way.
Okay.
I think he sets up here.
That's a Settle the Wreckage.
Yeah. There is.
I don't know. If you just pass with 5 mana or 4 or 5 mana up, like something's clearly up, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Corey knows to play around it.
Considering he's been playing tap out control literally the whole time, yeah, something looks up.
Mm-hmm.
If he's been playing like a normal control deck, which he hasn't been,
Right.
I would say otherwise.
His other options here are Detention Sphere. Nah, he's just going to pass. Okay. Yes. I mean, he's...
That's a pretty choreographed or telegraphed.
And the thing is, like, unless you suspect exactly Settle and not Path, like, it's still like, kind of rough to play around this.
That's fair.
Because, I mean, him passing here could just mean he has a path. Okay. You probably still Settle here. Especially since that Ravager wasn't played.
Jeez.
I mean, you're not too happy about it, but you have to get rid of these.
Sure, they're gone.
Yeah, I mean...
I can't imagine what he's thinking about, but if I had to guess, it's whether he pops Blast Zone or not. To blow up
why would he do that?
Blow up his own Worker and
blow up his own Hardened Scales as well?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
it
I
blows
don't
up
think
scales.
so.
Because I was going to say, I forgot it did that, but I was going to say then he moves 4 counters onto this thing.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Then that's really strong. Moving 3 counters is good, but far less so against a single target removal deck.
Mm-hmm. Especially when their party removal is exile removal.
Yeah.
Alright, well, there's a Ravager. A sweeper here would be very good. I don't think he has it. He has a Sphere. Yeah, he
Sphere on Ravager.
He probably plays that too. Okay, or not.
Okay.
I don't know what he's gonna do. If he's not playing the Sphere, he has nothing else to do, as far as I know, other than block with Colonnade, and that doesn't seem particularly
That's a bad block, but possible.
Well, no, because anything he blocks with Colonnade is just gonna get bigger than Colonnade.
Yeah.
Unless he has something else I didn't see. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's a
I
blowout.
did not see the Snapcaster in his hand.
Neither did I. That was
Yeah, he's got nothing.
a play that was clearly a cut above the rest.
He has nothing he can do about this. He has no man lands to move the counters to.
Yeah.
He can make 3 Thopters.
Jesus.
Alternatively, he can like sack Opal, sack Darksteel Citadel, put all the counters on.
Ravager.
Yeah. No, he can't sack Ravager because then he has no way to kill the. Then he has no way.
Well, no. He kills the thing first, then sacks Ravager to move counters onto a Thopter.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, he's still gonna move the counters onto a Thopter. Lawrence has been got. Settle should be an XL.
Yeah. If he tries to do anything with it, we'll.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I see him delve it.
Stirring's very good after just recovering from another sweeper, and there's another Ravager.
Yikes. Play it.
Yep, and we're kind of just back where we were.
Except, could he have killed?
What? Where?
Well, he sacks Citadel, sacks Opal.
No, he couldn't have killed. There was a Settler Wreckage cast. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
Was oh no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I thought a turn had passed.
Verdict? Does he have a land?
God.
'Cause that's pretty good. He does not have one, though.
No, he has a detention sphere.
Yep, and that has basically no text other than
Mm,
exile target Ravager.
No, it
Or Scales, I guess.
it's a targeted edict.
Uh,
Yeah, unless it scales.
yeah. Well, no. If he targets Ravager, then Ravager's gone, right?
I think he'd rather sack the Ravager.
Yeah, but it's still off the board.
Yeah. You just said exile. That's all the first time. It's a targeted sacrifice. Is that his second scales? He definitely wins now. Right?
I mean, he's representing Path, so maybe he doesn't go all in this turn.
That's a fair assessment.
He doesn't need to, anyway.
Yeah, he can't go all in on the ground. Oh, wait a second. He can pop Blast Zone. Oh, no. Freaking Arcbound Ravager.
Yeah,
Is
that
it
doesn't
two?
work.
Dang
I
it.
don't know why Blast's in this deck. It seems incredibly clunky.
I'm sure there
It
are
probably
times
has,
where
like,
it's
just
good.
enough utility where, like, you can just free roll it into your deck.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, really.
Yeah, I don't think he has a Path.
No.
If he does get another turn, though, this verdict is very good. I don't think that he's getting another turn, though. Like the
Corey has to pick his spots, and I think this is a spot where you gotta go
you
for
just
it.
try to win the game. Yeah, he played very conservatively last game, and
Did he just?
still,
Oh, he just
yeah,
tried.
he just tried to block the 4/4.
I would listen, Lawrence. I want to too.
All right, well, he's gonna go for it.
2.
Yep, this goes up to 4 counters.
So we're at a potential 5 damage being added. Is that good enough? 4, 5, 6, plus 5, 11. Now it's 13. Now it's 15.
Wait, isn't he counting wrong? Because he should be putting 3 counters on every time instead of 2. Right?
Yeah, he should. He'll win anyways, but that
Yeah.
makes it a lot harder on him.
Will he?
Yes.
4, 10, 11, 12. No, he won't. Oh, wait, yeah, now he will.
Yeah,
Assuming he actually goes for it.
he does. Move them +1. Doesn't add the +1. Doesn't matter. It's still exact lethal. He does add the +1. No?
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
That's 13, though. So it does matter.
It's 13 plus the 1/1 body of the Thopter.
What?
10 plus 3.
Yeah,
counters.
I know that, but why is Lawrence untapping?
I'm not sure what I missed. I'm not sure what we could have missed.
He definitely just, like, completely just didn't do that correctly at all and is about to lose for it, right?
I guess.
That was definitely just
Is he?
That was definitely just terrible math, right? That there's no way that's right. He was only adding 2 counters per sacrifice when he meant to add 3, so he
Yeah.
missed a bunch of triggers.
That would have killed. Thought he still killed anyways. I thought he still killed anyways.
Yeah, and then he, like, I have no idea what just happened, and he's going to lose this game because of that, because Lawrence is now still at 14. Well, actually, I don't even know. Who knows what he's at? He took, what, 13 there?
Apparently,
No, I don't understand. I have no idea what life totals are because
Last
that
zone
was
up to 3.
last turn. That was 14, right?
That had to have been. I don't know. Can you do a 0 and a question mark?
Sure. Actually, no, I can't. I can't put question marks in that text box.
That's sad. Animation module
It does nothing.
right now. Blast zone on 3. It's gonna blow up.
That's a Lyra.
That's rough.
That's good enough.
Yeah, it is. That's in the main. Okay.
No, that's in the board.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I'm sorry. No, it isn't. Oh no, I see it now. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I looked at literally every other
All right,
card
he
on
took
the
out
board.
his blast zone.
Okay.
Gets his hardened scales back.
Needs a creature to put the counters on to get these servos. That isn't it, but
Yeah,
it will
that'll
look for
find
it.
one for sure. Yep.
Ravager.
I'm still incredibly confused.
So am I.
I don't even know if your hardened scales or triggers you're allowed to miss. Those aren't even triggers. Like technically with the string
They're
of game
replacement
actions.
effects.
Yeah, but like with the string of game actions he took, he won the game, regardless of whether or not him or his opponent noticed it. Right? And replacement effects are not something you're supposed to be able to miss. Like
Yeah.
maybe he's gonna win here anyway, but I think technically we were supposed to go out and tell him that the game was over as soon as he attacked with that Thopter.
Well, everybody is making mistakes now.
Yeah, I guess. Like now there's a flip search for his content in play, and like there's a Blessed Alliance.
I don't know. It's hard to say we should have gone out there and fixed it because to know that it was wrong would have been asinine.
No, I knew it was wrong because he
Well,
wasn't
no,
adding the third counter.
That, yes. But there's so much that's been weird this match that I'm just not sure. You know what I mean?
Sure. All right, he's at 5 now, I guess.
Sure. We'll play along with this.
Yeah, I mean now he can like.
Is Lawrence starting at 25 or something?
I don't get it. Like that was an Assassin's Trophy and not a Nature's Claim earlier, so he didn't have extra life from that.
Did he play any Tranquil Coves?
No.
Servo coming at
You
you.
Blessed Alliance.
Oh my God.
Gain 4 life.
'Kay.
Sacrifice your creature.
He's up to
Why would he not put a counter on that in response?
He's up to question mark 9. That's why you wouldn't. This is the reason not to.
Okay, yeah.
Many asterisks next to Lawrence's life total.
All right. Path's pretty good because he doesn't have any way to sacrifice that in play.
I think I too would like to play Magic with 21 starting life total.
I'm very confused. Because if we go by what just happened, what we watched play out on the board, Corey has already won the game, even though he's not counted correctly. And I don't think that he can miss those triggers.
Did Corey win game 1? I'm not crazy, right? He
Yes,
did?
he won game 1.
Okay.
I don't think that you can miss your hardened scales replacement
It's not.
effects.
Yeah, it's not a trigger. Replacement effects are mandatory.
Like, they were not representing the proper board state, but that Thopter technically had, what, like 20-something power?
30 something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't
Okay.
know. I'm not a judge. I have no idea what the proper thing to do there is.
Yeah, it's too far gone now. We have no judges in the store.
Well, I mean, it's not too far gone if we can literally just walk out there and say, yeah, Corey won several turns ago.
I think it is.
Well, no, because the game would be over.
I don't know. If players realized that 10 minutes after a game was over, I'm pretty sure a judge would say, Yeah, no, the game ruling stands.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's not a missed trigger.
Yeah, but the game is over. You've moved too far past it to repair the board state.
No, because the board state is the game is over.
I don't know. That's what they do with actually just a board state like that. I'm aware it's slightly different, but what? I'm sorry.
All
Yeah,
right.
Corey reeled back in his seat too. What the hell was that? Is that why Ipanu Rivulet is in his deck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, because now he just gets to go cast this uh minus Narset brainstorm with Jace, put it back into my hand.
Yeah.
Uh go.
Corey looks very
There are
disappointed.
3 minutes left on the timer, by the way.
Minus Narset, kill her.
What round is this? This is round 4.
Yeah, of 6, I should add.
I really don't understand.
Serum Visions, wow, he gets to still plus Jace and cast that and get to
Yeah.
it.
I don't know how I feel about this because now there are 3 minutes left on the clock and Lawrence is about to win a game that he lost already.
How did Mitch do on stream? Mitch did fine. He ended up losing to Anthony's deck, though.
Because now they're gonna draw. So that just makes this even worse.
I'm honestly, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to do anything at this point.
Okay.
I'm so lost as to what has happened, though.
Someone's gonna have to let them know when they're in turns, by the way, because our clock is off.
I'm aware. I'll let them know soon. What is Corey thinking about? He can win game 2 quick, or game 3 quick. Is there some way he is allowed to survive an approach of the second sun that I'm not aware of?
I mean, Lawrence somehow survived something earlier that he wasn't supposed to, so I'm not sure.
The camera is shaking. The earth is thundering at the thought of this. All right, I just heard time and run get called for them. I'm going to let them know they have 2 minutes still before time.
Yeah. I don't know. This match has been incredibly bizarre, and I have no idea what's going on anymore. I mean, I assume as soon as Lawrence casts the second approach, the match just ends in a draw, but it shouldn't have, and I still kind of feel bad that we didn't do anything about that. I feel like if anyone else was standing around these guys and saw him doing that math, they would have pointed out to him at this store, but I don't know. Alright, so he's going to attack with Ink Moth Nexus for some reason and then just let it get killed. I don't know. I guess I just want to run down the entire clock and not play a third game.
There's a lot of confusion.
Okay, that's at 6 counters now.
Yeah.
Does he...
He cannot.
There's no way he can get enough damage.
He can prevent Lawrence from winning via damage, which is not a solution. Shoots down Lyra. Go. What is he thinking about? I literally don't. What is he thinking about?
Cast approach, splice onto Arcane Blessed Alliance.
Splice onto instant or sorcery. What is that card? What is the card you can Everdream?
Yeah.
Everdream is sweet.
Alright, no, that match made no sense whatsoever. That game should have been over several minutes ago. And now I feel bad that they've drawn. They get 5 turns to win the game. Okay.
So when you guys tear it down, just make sure the camera comes up the thing, and then leave the charger for the camera on the post.
Okay.
See you guys later. See ya. Have fun.
Yeah, we will. I'm not sure how our life totals were so far off. I looked at Lawrence's phone that he was using to keep track of life totals. At the end of that game, he had himself at 28.
I have no idea.
And Corey, who is on his pen and paper, said that was correct. Or had the same thing.
I mean, sure, it literally doesn't matter what their life totals were. Corey won that game.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
There's no way Lawrence's life total was above like 30 something or whatever the Thopter power was.
Jesus. Corey can feasibly win in 5 turns. He gets to take 3 of them.
He is on the play.
Yeah. It's entirely possible. Is it hard? Oh, by God. But he can do it. So they're going to try. He's allowed this.
I expect this probably to just end up being, I'm going to mulligan to like 4, and if I don't see a hand that kills in turn 3, I will just concede or
Yeah.
draw.
Well, Lawrence was like, if you're going to try it, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to mulligan to Path to Exile.
Yeah, exactly.
In before Lawrence goes to 2 before he finds his Path to Exile.
Mm-hmm.
This would surely this would surely be like a absolute David versus Goliath moment if Corey were able to win. Except for the part that David actually beat Goliath when he was a child, and Goliath didn't recognize it.
He's got to put this hand back too. There's no hardened scales in that hand.
Stoney's. What is that hand? I hope Lawrence isn't actually thinking about keeping that because that hand is bad. It's like it. I'll say this: I would keep it if it were a real game.
Yeah, it's fine because you get turn 2 Stony.
But if Corey does his thing, I'm gonna be honest, turn 2 Stony might not even be good enough. Corey will take his turn 2 first, and can respond to Stony in a lot of scenarios. I won't say all of them.
Yeah.
In a lot of scenarios by putting lethal on board, and then just killing you.
And just untapping and.
Yeah. Corey keeping? I don't know what his hand is, but
It was just a bunch of creatures. I don't think he has a turn 3 kill there unless he draws into it.
that might be his best out. I see a Ballista. I see a Ravager. That's like the important parts.
He doesn't have scales though.
Puts it up. Yeah, no scales.
I think if he draws.
Oh, he's got an
scales-
Opal though.
If he draws scales, he might have it.
And so his turn 1 is Darksteel Citadel, Worker, Opal. If he has another 1 mana thing, he does that. Oh no, he doesn't. So turn 2 of turns, right? Does he have a path? I can't tell if he has path. He does. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I will play with my hand revealed.
I didn't know. I didn't. I was too busy looking at what Corey was doing to even notice that happened. I hear Lawrence clapping and getting excited over this stupid scenario that they found themselves in. Mox Opal. What are we doing with it? Response to Mox Opal. Path that. That may have been the worst choice.
Why? If he has a welding jar, yeah, it looks kind of silly.
I know he doesn't, but I'm thinking Corey plays. I don't know. If he has something to do for 1 mana, he plays Ravager, plays his 1 mana thing.
It doesn't matter. He can't lose. Lawrence cannot possibly lose.
Considering he did not play the card Inkmoth Nexus, no, he cannot.
Yeah.
Now he goes Stony Silence and the game is over. Just do it. Okay, what is Corey going to do about it? He's got a Nature's Claim.
Shoot you in response.
No.
Uh,
Float Green,
get
Nature's
'em.
Claim. There theoretically are draws.
He's at 24 now.
Yeah.
This is turn 5.
Yeah, this is the last turn.